Welcome back, friends. In today's video we're going to be doing the weight limit test on my porch swing builds.
No.
I got my assistant Dalton. Say hello, Dalton.
Hello, Dalton.
Good one, buddy. What I've got is a porch swing made out of yellow pine and one made out of rainbow poplar. I believe it's, just look at the pretty colors, I believe that's rainbow poplar. And what I did here, in the past I've had customers here and there ask me what the weight limit was on my swings, and I never could really tell them because I didn't know, and I really didn't have the money to waste to go build a swing to destroy it and find out. So now that I have a bandsaw mill, Woodland Mills HM 130 Max, love it, I'm able to mill my own lumber. I've got extra lumber to play with now. So I made a swing just exactly the way I built them. There's no alterations to make them stronger. I even went to the trouble to round over all the pieces to make them look good for the video. I didn't curve over the headboard or anything, but it's all to spec, the same way I always make my swings. I'll drop you down here. We'll inspect them right quick so you know that I did not do any reinforcement to them. It's just the way I build them. Got the 1/4 inch bolts there in the frame, the back strap. I'm going to take you down under so you can see there's no reinforcement down here. It's just yellow pine lumber. 1.5 inch thick frame, inch thick slats. And the only thing I am going to do is I've got 2 pieces of truck bed mat. I'm going to put those in the seat here so that these dumbbells, because they're kind of edgy, don't prematurely break through the slats. That will kind of simulate the curvature of the human body and distribute the weight evenly. I will, however, use 2 separate mats. That way it don't cover the entire bottom, giving the swing an unfair weight advantage by maybe adding rigidity. Let me give a shout out to my good friend Ronnie and Karen Horner of K&R Metal. Ronnie has a weight room at his house, and he was kind enough to let me borrow his dumbbells. And these are legit dumbbell weights. I mean, I've got 1,220 pounds worth of dumbbells here, all the way from 100 pounds down to 35 pounds. I've added them up. I'm going to be happy if one of these swings will make it to 1,000 pounds. Now, I'm not gonna bet on it, but Assistant Dalton, what are you doing? Hey, that's cool, buddy. That's how I grew up in the 80s, buddy, playing in the mud.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh.
Look, it's a no.
Try it with the left. Woo. All right, we are at 540 pounds. I didn't even check to see if this thing was level. I probably should have done that. But see, I'm swinging it. By the way, this chain is rated at 800 pounds. So if you put times that times 2 chains, that should be about 1,600 pounds worth of holding force in the chain. So the chain shouldn't be the weak link in this thing. Throwing on a couple of 90-pound dumbbells here. Lord, I gotta get back in the weight room. Lord have mercy. Whew. All right, next up is the, I believe, 70-pound dumbbells. So far I've got 2 100-pound dumbbells, 2 90s, 2 85s, and 2 80s. So let's grab the 70s. want nobody to say I'm fudging. You know, when you swing weight, that actually adds more force from the weight swinging. 860 pounds. So most of the heavy duty swings I saw online were boasting 800-pound weight limits. So it's safe to say my swings meet everybody else's heavy duty swing recommendations. Bringing you over to the action, you can see the dumbbells. Eyeball is not bending yet. Doesn't seem to be stressing at all. We go up to our beam. That is a 6x10 beam on my bandsaw shed. It ain't going nowhere. Next up is the 60-pound dumbbells. That'll be 120 extra pounds, and that should push us up to the 980 mark. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at 980 pounds. When I set these two 50-pound dumbbells on there, if it don't break, that is 1,080 pounds. 50s. Tell you what, I'm getting a little bit nervous getting around this thing. I don't want it to break and fall over my foot or my leg. £1,080 on the yellow pine porch swing. You can see it bending a little bit right here, but if I had 1,080 pounds on me, I'd probably bend too. She's still holding steadfast. Anything beyond this right now is just a bonus. I wanted to reach 1,000 pounds. We done that. Let me go over here and swing it a little bit. Hey, fair is fair. If you're going to stack it with weight, you need to swing it too. Here goes the 40s. Oh, this is 80 more pounds. $235 pounds, that's 70 more pounds. I'm going to stick it right here on the front. If it'll fit. Alright friends, I put these two 30s on there. That's 60 more pounds. That's 1,220 pounds. So here we go. £1,220, only a 4-foot yellow pine porch swing. We can see we're bowing a little bit right there. I ain't heard a crack yet. I'm out of dumbbells. I'm kind of disappointed. Let's go over here and inspect it. We're going to come down in the front and see how much it's bowing. You can see we're bowing, and we should be. Let's take a look at these eye bolts. That's what I thought was going to be the weak point. You can see those eye bolts aren't bending one bit. Let's come back here and look at this one. See how I reinforce them? That's how I build them. Look, it's not bending one bit. That is not starting to unbend at all. That's 1,220 pounds right there. Alright, let's look at that back strap. There is no bend in that back strap at all. You see how it distributes the weight on all of the supports. That's what makes that swing so strong. It distributes that weight. And not even the back slats they're not bowing, just that front. Man, there's no telling how much I could pack on here. £28, 22 pounds, 28, yeah, 28. It's going to be 2,010 pounds once I get my 205 on it. This swing is possessed. Ain't no way. Hold on. Why won't you break? Real quick, I want to inspect the swing after I put all my weight on it. If you'll look, that eye bolt is starting to bend upward a little bit. Let's go underneath and look. But you saw I was bouncing on it too. I would have never thought, never, that this thing would have held 2,000 pounds. Never. That's crazy. I mean, I'm legit running out of freaking things to put on here. Alright, with all these blocks, we're back up to 1,660 pounds. Last night I had 2,000 on it. I just tried to get some more weight, so I'm going to get on my board. The internet says 4-inch solids weigh about 34 pounds, but what I'm finding out here is the gray colored ones I have are weighing 20 pounds, and the red colored ones, which seem to be made of a heavier material, are weighing in at 30 pounds. They're wet and they're dirty. £30. Alright, I roughly figured this up. You're looking at 2,040 pounds sitting on this swing. I have a bunch of 4-inch solids and other various block I've weighed. Alright, before we stack all the wood back up here, like I told you, I've roughly got 2,040 pounds on here now. Let's inspect everything. Now, with all my bouncing around like I've been doing, you can see that eye bolt starting to bend up. It's still hanging on, but it's starting to bend up. And that happened last night when I was on it, jumping up and down. You see, that one's minutely starting to waver a little bit. That washer right there, you can see it's trying to bend up a little bit. You see that? We're getting a little movement there. Same thing right here. That's starting to waver a little. So is that one. I'll tell you what, this is good advertisement for the companies making that. I believe it was Stanley's, the company that makes those eye bolts. That's right, you guys. Sponsorship, hello. I have to start getting on the ladder just to put the wood up here. Oh, I heard a little. Goodness gracious. Ooh. Now those front eye bolts are really starting to bend. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with. I'm going to have to send this to the company that makes those eye bolts. I'm impressed with them. They're rated for like 130 pounds, but that's from a hanging orientation. I have them at a sideways load bearing orientation. And with 3 inches of wood it's bolted through, it's relying just on that end. I'm thoroughly impressed with this company's product. I'm not sponsored by any product I have used in this build. Let me back up there again and put my 205 on there. And hopefully this sucker will break. Come on, babe. on, baby. Oh, come on. You can do it. Well, friends, after a whole lot of trial and error, I have been unable to find the breaking point. Well, I've stacked off all the block, got them laid out. Only thing left is the 1,220 pounds of dumbbells left. After refiguring up all the extra weight I had, we were right around 2,500 pounds and we did not break the swing. Now we have got a bow here. I'm going to take the rest of this weight off and see where it's at. We did bend the eye bolts. You can see that. Other than that, there's no visible real bad damage on this swing. Let's look at the back strap. It is not bent. I'm talking to a friend of mine right now who owns a weight room, and he has expressed interest in me bringing my swings up there behind his gym. I'll do a little promotion for the gym, and we can use his, again, legit dumbbells, which I've used partly. I mean, you know, people could probably say, oh, all this other weight you got didn't count. We don't know that it was right. I mean, you can Google most of these block, your 4-inch solids and your cap block and all this other stuff. I've got no reason to lie to you, friends. So we're going to go on part 2 of this series. We're going to go to a weight room, and we're going to use legit dumbbells and plates until these swings break in half. Alright, with the weight back off, we see that the swing has unbent. There's a little dip in it, but you see it return back about to its normal state. The eye bolts are still bent pretty bad, but they didn't break. I may freshen those up. I'm going to let y'all decide that in the comments if I should replace those eye bolts for when I go to the gym and put what some will probably say true legit weight, all dumbbells and plates. That way nobody can say, well, the block, you know, you could have fudged on it. I got no reason to lie to you. We got another one. We got a poplar swing over here we're going to destroy too. Anyway, I want to thank all y'all for tuning in. I wanted this to be a one-part series, make it short and sweet and get it over with, but I got to say I'm impressed with how much weight this thing's held. Now, I would never rate this thing at too high of a weight. I would never rate my swings over 1,000 pounds. That's one reason why most heavy-duty ones online safely rate their swings at about 800 pounds. This is not anything, you know, undoable. People are already building nice swings. But how many of them do this actual true weight test? I appreciate y'all for watching. Stay tuned for the part 2, which will come out next week. I'm going to get this part finished up this week. Shout out to my bandsaw shed for holding up to 2,500 pounds. That was awesome. And the swing's still intact. I'll swing in it right now. Catch you on the next one. Like, subscribe. I also wanted to mention, friends, anyone who's interested in building one of these swings, there is an 1.5-hour long video on my page on how to build porch swings the way I do them. In hindsight, I could have cut that video in half, but I just feel like I need to over-explain things sometimes. I'm trying to get better. But if you doubt anything you've seen here, you can always go look at the video, build one for yourself, and do your own test. I just wanted to show people how durable they were, like I had mentioned. But yeah, that's kind of some homework for all you. I mean, if you're handy, if you've got the means to get materials and a few tools, build one for yourself. Look at my video, try it out. Let me know how your experience went. You can go in any construction site dumpster and they'll let you take materials out of there. Have you seen how much they waste on these job sites? I have easily went to a dumpster, and without having to get inside of it, you can stand on the side and gather plenty of good material, and you can build one of these solely out of job site materials for free. So that's just a little tip for anyone who may not have the funds to build one. Go to these job sites. They'll gladly let you have it, because they had to pay when they take those dumpsters to the landfills or wherever. They had to pay by the weight, by the tonnage. So they're happy that someone's taking a little bit out of them. You just go and ask. Go ask the workers or whoever's in charge, and most time they'll let you get stuff out.